Hello. I wanted to add to some information about that I've been uploading on here about us trying to do genetic modification and how big of an emergency it is for us to do that, because the pain that we experience is the cause of our emotional sadness and the negativity that some people go through. And sadness, if anyone has noticed, actually has some physical attributes that are carried out um, within the body and the outward expression of it too. And that's why negative emotions seem like they're kind of heavier or weighted. And when when the truth started to be explained, um, eternal burning was associated primarily with a visual experience that was seen after someone died, and it was the soul, which is partially electric and partially codable. Like, it can house a consciousness, it can house information. Some can have other characteristics that can have capabilities, and as that was visually interpreted, it was actually repeated or explained back to another person somehow along the way, that and it got misunderstood, that instead of the soul being immortal and eternal and carrying on and still being that light, that experience, the visual experience of light, um, it was not, the electricity wasn't understood, and it was interpreted as fire. So, because the sun is our light, well, that along the way got misinterpreted, and somehow the threat of eternal damnation came to humans, and that's not okay. Kitty, hi Kitty, you scare me. It's not okay, and it's a misunderstanding, basically, and um, it really has to stop, because, and I personally don't believe it. I think, there's a heaven one, there can be a heaven number two, there can be a heaven number three, but I think it just got misunderstood, and it's important for us to realize too that we, when pain was experienced, that really affected us all, with sadness and what's the word for empathy? It's with empathizing for each other, and we really hurried quick, and lived these lives super fast. Went through technology super fast. I'm gonna turn my music down. So, so we rushed through these lives and through the technology to try to get to what, to see inside our bodies, to see the actual fibers and strands and pieces that tiniest at their tiniest, that we are made of. And we did. We have those microscopes. We have those electrophoresis type of procedures. We have the CRISPR machine. CRISPR. How ironic, really. It's called a CRISPR machine to modify our genetics to relieve the threat of hell. And anyways, we did that with the HIV virus too. Our human cells that's thinking, when when we don't have a specific thought in our mind, and if we didn't turn it off or end it, then it's still going, and it's getting passed around to different humans. We naturally share ideas. I've gotten several times an idea for a saltwater irrigation system, and I left it open. It needed more stuff added to it, and I didn't know the words for it, so it went out and then came back. I don't know, a month later, had that added to it, and eventually, when it's completed, someone is going to patent it or build it and make it, and that's how we work. Well, we did that. Ourselves were defending ourselves and created a living organism, a virus that doesn't die, and it recodes our DNA. And it's the HIV virus because, or what happened is, we didn't have the proper code, the proper sequence to add into the virus for it to recode our DNA properly at that time. And when it got into people, it recoded the same DNA that was there already, which when sickness was around, added sickness, um, and what is that called? AIDS, AIDS, and to aid is to help someone, and we're trying to help ourselves by doing this. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a global emergency. It is a global emergency. It really is. It's a human emergency, and I've been printing out papers to send to random addresses, and I've been trying to reword and rerun and try to get the understanding through to people that I talk to about it and not be contradicted. It As it turns out, it will be legal very, very soon to do genetic modification on humans. Very, very soon. It's getting very, very specialized and specific. There are a lot of geneticists working on it and getting very specific to the things that we can do with it. We're not only going to be able to destroy any painful pathway that our brains and bodies do have, but we are also going to be able to eventually regrow our teeth at will when we want to, because we did form our bodies when we grew in the womb. We do know, our brains do know how to make teeth and make arms, and also we are so smart. We didn't want to put any special features like that into a painful self, and we didn't want to be able to heal instantly if we're going to be in pain. I mean, that would not be a good situation. So, but to offset that, there's creatures and animals here on Earth that have traits that we would like to have. So sharks can regrow their teeth, and we can get that trait from them and add it to our DNA eventually. And then starfish can regrow their limbs, and we can get that genetic sequence from them, or find where that capability is located, and we can regrow our. I like the regrow the teeth thing. I've been trying to do that actually already, and I have been having some success at telling myself that I won't hurt. That when like if I attempt to do anything that might be harmful or hurtful, I try to prep myself with it won't hurt, because it's really illegal. It's not something to be expected. It's not something to say, okay, everybody experiences that, or just supposed to be there when you stub your toe. We have been doing this so long, it's become a situation where we didn't want to give it any more attention, so we just let it go, and it takes itself, and it turns itself off. The pain does. It goes away, but it goes into our future. And if you can think right now of a painful experience that you've had in the past, time seems fucked up in it, and it doesn't. It may have been really bad, but it's not. It doesn't come through as though it was so bad that I wouldn't ever do it again. Well, basically, in our futures, and I know that a lot of you would agree, we sent that virus back here to us to this time so that we can use it to recode our DNA, and the technology happens to be ready at the same time, and I think it's important to to understand that when we came here with intent to populate the universe, not be stuck on a planet with a bad belief and destroying it and trashing it up and having too many products, too many items to buy at the store, too many choices on what color of toilet bowl wand you would like to have. It's too much. We have too many people. We have a lot of people, and if we were in the future right now and the universe was populated and we had an intergalactic team like the FBI is, or the DEA, or like an agency like that, physical pain is 100% illegal. It's illegal. Makers aren't allowed to make any animals or humans or anything that has the capability to feel physical pain. It's not allowed. It's not okay. And shit gets shut down. Planets get shut down. And if it continues to go, like, people come in and shut it down because it's not allowed. It's not okay. And it's more illegal than drugs. It is more illegal than rape. It is more illegal than murder. And it is it's not okay for a person to feel physical pain. It's not okay for your bodies, and it's not anything to be expected. And as soon as you can, you should tell yourself, hey, maybe I shouldn't be feeling this way. And there might be some mental turmoil that you might have to go through because of that realization. But it's a fact that it's not okay to expect to hurt. So think about that for a while, and I hope you do, and I hope that you watch some of the other stuff that I put on here. I got a lot of good information that I would like to share. I have a good truth that we can latch onto and believe, and is very easily understood, and it's actually what was intended to be occurring all along, and has been for some people for that had it worked in, like, it just naturally happens, and for some people it may not have. So I'm going to share that pretty soon, but it saddens me. It really made me sad to hear that humans wanted to leave forever and leave this planet and just go away forever, either to heaven or wherever else. And I, in particular, would like to be reborn here and experience another life and learn more and take care of this planet and clean it up. Maybe slow down after we get our modifications done. Maybe life won't be so fast. It won't be such a hurry. It won't be such an emergency. We'll get to enjoy our time more. Probably be happy working and happy to share our skills with each other and learn new skills, and just share our time with each other and our different occupations. And basically money probably will fade out slowly, and a few other things that the law that tells us what not to do will probably fade out slowly too, because there's not going to be when we have obtained that true happiness that we began with, before we got sidewinded and off on a tangent by something so terrible. And I want to throw this in, that I was informed that when the first person experienced physical pain, which, as I learned, it was during childbirth, that at that very moment she did understand how it was to be fixed. And this is just now, like, when this technology came about, that's how long it took for it to be created, and with the distractions of love, the distractions of family, albeit sad love, but we do have better love in the future. And the distractions of life and other things that we wanted to tend to, it took this long to get to the technology that we needed to do the modification. I've already made an appointment with a geneticist. I'm going to have to make another one because at that point in time, the FDA hadn't approved a method of doing the modification that was proven safe for multiple people, and I'm assuming that that's going to be quickly done, pretty fast, because pain sucks. I don't want anybody to experience it. I don't want to feel like I'm being tough for tolerating it either. I think it's stupid. It's really stupid to call somebody tough. Be tough, be tough. Fuck that shit. Shouldn't be happening. And we can fix it. I'm going to. And I wish that I wish a lot of people would do it at once, but there's not going to be some big, it goes viral situation like new ideas do, when it doesn't take long for people in the on one side of the planet to be doing the same thing they are on the other side of the planet with or without technology and transmitting the news and all that stuff. But it's not going to be that, because it's going to be the absence of something. It's going to be pain's not there when you fall or when you drop a rock on your toe, and it's not the presence of something that we can alert each other about. It's actually the absence of it, and it's going to fade out slowly. So let's get on it. I fully would expect, because of the huge amount of Christian believers that there are that believe in a heaven and a hell, that people would drop it all and run to genetics offices and make an appointment. And that saddens me that it hasn't happened yet. But it will. I'm going to stay confident that it will. So, if anybody has any questions on like anything, I have a lot of answers. I have a lot of answers. I have the understanding that is for the entirety of the universe. I understand. I've put in that understanding for the next 300 years of technology that people are going to get the ideas for and literally create the new technology that's going to come out, and that's been completed. But I'm kind of going to threaten to maybe withhold it until this modification gets done, because some of the technology has some possibilities of situations where there might be a flaw, or basically we cannot allow a mental or physical pathway to the worst thing ever to continue. Not another minute, not another second. It cannot continue. As long as we have a pathway for the worst thing to happen, it just might, whether we want it to or not. And how many people have heard, oh, someone somewhere's got it worse? Bitch, what the fuck? Be happy about someone else has it worse? Smack your hand, but that's illegal.